What's up, guys? Welcome back to Unbreakable Grind. It's your guy CJ back with another video, man. I know I haven't been posting in a second, but that's because I've been taking some time to make sure I get my investment portfolio the way I want it. And I've been a little sick, but that hasn't been stopping me from the grind and the work, man. I've been putting in work. If I'm breathing hard in this video, man, I apologize. But I gotta get this work done, and I still had to get this video out so I can let you guys know what I'm up to. All right, so one of my most recent investments have been in Cardano. All right, that's going to be ADA. Is going to be the symbol, and it's pronounced Cardano. All right. Now I'm super bullish on Cardano. I'm a believer in Cardano and what it does. Now at the end of the day, you all know I have a technology background. I have an engineering background, and I'm a software engineer by day for the most part, software architect by day, with at least for the last 8 to 10 years. All right. So with that being said, I'm very intrigued by what Cardano has going on. So Cardano is a blockchain. All right. Cardano is a blockchain. It transacts with the token called ADA. All right. And I'm very impressed with Cardano, not simply because it's just gonna blow. All right. People are saying, it's gonna blow, it's gonna blow, it's gonna blow. But I'm really interested in why why it has a very high likelihood to be mass adopted. Okay, that's what I'm interested in, and why the technology is important, and what that means to us as far as like when it comes to me and my investment strategies, man. I want to be holding on to something that makes a great case as to how it solves problems, and how it solves problems better than other competitors. All right, so Cardano, I'm just gonna go over some things that I really like and love about Cardano. All right. One thing I love about Cardano is its interoperability. All right. It's interoperability. All right. Cardano puts interoperability first, or at least extremely high on its list of priorities. And all that means is Cardano is a solution for a solution to bringing all these different currencies we see together. All right, so right now you have all these currencies. They all kind of transact in their own ways. One big problem you can see in the cryptocurrency arena already is that you have these islands being built. You got a Bitcoin island, Ethereum island, and all these islands kind of being built. But then the question that comes to mind is, how are these things going to interact? You know what I'm saying? At some point, we have to come together and have some kind of unity, or the whole system doesn't really work when we think about mass adoption in the long term. So Cardano puts this at very high on the priority list, and it actually focuses on interoperability between multiple coins in its actual intrinsic working. All right, so that's one thing I really love about Cardano. Another thing is I love the security. So we all know that security is a big thing right now when it comes to anything technology, anything that's on a network. Security is huge. They put security very top on their priority list. Also, that might be number one. Yeah, they have research-backed security protocol that they use and leverage, and it's written on top of it's pretty much written on top of a language that allows us to leverage a lot of security practices. I won't go into that too much, but you want to look into ADA, Cardano, and its blockchain security. It's something quite impressive. I don't even want to do it the lack of justice to not even give it the detail it needs. All right, but that's another thing I'm very interested in when it comes to Cardano. All right. Now, another thing that makes me very confident in Cardano, all right, is the fact that the co-founder of Ethereum is the founder of Cardano. Now, this means a lot as an investor. You always want to be supporting a team that has a track record. Okay, so Ethereum, as we know, is already a leader in the crypto space, and to have a co-founder of Ethereum go and say, you know what, let's try to go and say, you know what, I think there's an opportunity to do something better, to fill a different void for someone who already I told you guys I'm feeling kind of bad, but I had to get this video out. For someone who already has a proven track record of being successful in the crypto space, to go and say, you know what, and for them to identify a need and say, I believe that's a hole that we can meet, or that's a solution that we can have in this space. If that speaks volumes. That's not a naive perspective. That's going to be a very educated perspective, and you want to have that as an investor. All right. So that's another reason I believe in Cardano, because Cardano actually has a lot of things that are speculative in nature, but they are to come. Okay, like the smart contract functionalities. Smart contract functionalities are one of the largest parts of one of the things that I really love about the Cardano platform. Also, if you don't know what smart contracts are, it's pretty much a small blocks of code that can live on a blockchain, and they have instructions. Those instructions are automatically implemented or automatically executed upon a condition being met at some point in time. All right. So for instance, if I told you that, if the stock market was up, 30 points in the next 2 weeks, I'll give you, $1,000. I can put that in the smart contract and say, okay, if the stock market is up 30 points, then take this account and allocate this much to your account, given that condition being met. And all that's going to happen is the smart contract is going to automatically execute that transaction. It's going to check and say, you know what, let me check the stock market on this date, like the contract says. It's going to say, if it's over 30, pay this guy. If it's less than 30, pay this guy. All right, that's what it's going to do. So it's going to execute that block of code at the time I allot, and then it's going to do the course. It's going to follow the course of action or the instructions after that. So that's pretty much the simple on smart contracts. I like that a lot. So that's another reason why I'm big on Cardano. All right. Now, another thing, Cardano does have a lot of bullish tendencies when it comes to its chart. Okay, so that's another thing from a charting perspective. When you just look at what does a bullish chart look like, Cardano is very bullish looking, man. Excuse the sickness, man. I did get a coronavirus test, so it's not that. All right, that's at least the good news. But I have something going on. But check this out. All right, let me make this pretty big. So if you look here, right? All I want to show you really is this blue trend line here. Notice we have this action. We have this upward mobility in this wedge. See this wedge? Boom, the light blue wedge. We have this upward mobility in the wedge. Now check this. We break through the lower limit here. So we have this perfect kind of incline. We break through the lower limit. But if you check behind here, I have this green small... God, I have this thin green line, guys. This thin green line, that's the 50-week moving average. If you check this 50-week moving average, notice that we're on top of the 50-week moving average the entire time. But when we break through the bottom wedge, we break through the 50-week moving average. And what we love to see is us to have a bounce back above the 50-week moving average and back into the wedge here. So if you actually zoom into this a little more, this is a very, very, very bullish pattern right here. So if we check this and you look here, if I actually make a line kind of right here, you guys can see we're kind of just oscillating in between these two ranges here. Okay, we're trying to get some market acceptance in this area. We're over the 50-week moving average here, and we're over the bottom wedge here. So long story short is there's an opportunity for this thing to actually blow. All right, if you go back, and I'm not going to compare it to other trends or anything right now. I just wanted to give a high level of that. But that's a very, very bullish indicator. You can see those same indicators when Bitcoin went far, when Bitcoin had its booms, it looked very similar to this. All right, or when many current cryptocurrencies have their booms, they kind of look like this actually. Okay, so that's another thing, right? I like the fact that they're innovative. Also another thing I like about Cardano, guys, is I like the solution. I like that they have a very generic solution that can be applied to solve problems. So Cardano, when you think of Cardano, you're thinking about, hey, the idea is like, how do I take an industry, how do I take this platform and solve a problem? Cardano is generic enough to where you can actually solve multiple problems with the same platform. So for instance, right, over in Africa, there are areas in Africa that don't have a central banking system. Okay. Using Cardano, right? These areas are able to create a centralized banking system on top of the Cardano decentralized blockchain and actually spin up a banking system that's secure, safe, and scalable literally immediately. These things are possible using platforms like Cardano immediately. This used to be a very complicated problem to solve, and it's solved intrinsically with how the Cardano is built. All right, so you have to think about that. Think about how many opportunities that opens up when it comes to how this thing can scale over into lower markets like that, like areas in Africa or just any other third world areas, right? This is an amazing opportunity, something I'm very interested in. And there are a lot of use cases like this when it comes to Cardano. Now, another thing I love about Cardano, and I'm just going off the top of my head, guys, because this isn't premeditated. I don't have a script. These are things that I actually like about Cardano, and I'm just letting you guys know. All right, I'm just letting you guys know what I truly think about Cardano. All right, the transaction efficiency, and when it comes to the efficiency of transactions and the actual cost. So I think I saw one chart where it shows something so freaking insane. All right, so I'm talking, I think Ethereum last year had, if I'm not incorrect, I think 7 billion transactions. Now let's call that 15 billion transactions, something like that. And Cardano had like 7 billion transactions. But the transaction fees for Ethereum were 27 million, where the transaction fees for Cardano were like $4,000. And I know that seems insane, but it's completely ridiculous. So it's not even a competition in that arena. Now, Cardano solves a lot of problems. Cardano pretty much, everything Ethereum sucks at, Cardano does great. And a lot of that is because the co-founder of Ethereum actually founded Cardano. So you naturally understand that if Ethereum was created first, it had flaws. The co-founder goes and creates another, blockchain, another token, another cryptocurrency, is gonna actually solve a lot of the problems that weren't in the original version or Ethereum. So that's just kind of a common sense thing that you could expect. All right, so that when it comes to transaction fees, security, the smart contracts, which a lot of this stuff is going to be solved in Ethereum using Ethereum 2.0, but at the same time, these things are actually coming native in the Cardano platform. All right, now I've been investing a lot of money in Cardano. All right, I think I put on the Voyager app, I put 10,000. On Coinbase, I put another 10,000. 10 to 15,000. I'm going to show you guys these screenshots. You guys know I always show my screens and share and stuff like that. I'm just not going to do it right now because I've been up late and I'm sick and I'm trying to get enough sleep, so I don't want to do that. But I'm about 20 to 25 grand in on Cardano. I've been investing a lot of money. I've got about 100 grand. I want to dump into the markets right now. Some in stocks, some in crypto. I'll be letting you guys see all the plays. But guys, I just wanted you guys to understand and see what I was doing right now, let you guys know what I'm thinking. Cardano is going to be a huge play. I plan to hold Cardano for a long time. There are predictions that Cardano could literally be 10x in there are predictions saying Cardano could actually get a huge market cap and end up 10xing this year. I'm not going to say that it's going to be that extreme. Okay, but I am a huge believer in within the next 5 years, we're talking 10x to 30x, seriously. In the next 5 years, that's a very, very realistic goal. I'm not trying to I'm not really trying to get rich off this thing. I'm trying to have something that I believe in, that I know will grow, and that's going to grow very, very strong. Now, based upon the charts that I just showed you, there's a freaking chance that this thing could double any day now. All right, don't be surprised if I make a video saying Cardano at least doubled. Okay, the chart looks like a extremely bullish jump is about to happen, and I can make a video saying Cardano has doubled. Check out my money. All right, I just turned 25 grand into freaking 50 grand in freaking maybe in a week. All right, so there is that chance is there. That's not what I'm betting on. I'm actually investing into this company. I'm investing into Cardano because I believe in it, and I believe in the technology, and I also believe in the founder of Cardano. All right, guys, with that being said, I hope you guys like this content. Okay, I'm gonna have more videos showing you guys how to get the money to actually invest, because at the end of the day, you want to get yourself to you have enough financial security to where you can invest safely and you can invest large, significant amounts of money, and also be able to eliminate your debt and actually live a secure a secure and prosperous life. All right. We want to get ourselves to where we can live a prosperous life, buying assets, not liabilities, and leaving crazy amounts of wealth to our offspring. It's very possible. All of us can do it. Most of us won't do it because most of us won't put in the work and most of us won't be disciplined enough. For the ones that are doing it, stick in there. You got this. If you like this content, hit that like button. Subscribe so you can see the next videos, man. Hit that notification bell so you can see them immediately. I promise to keep the heat coming, guys. Thank you for bearing with me because I feel pretty sick. But at the end of the day, you see I'm still smiling. I still get the high energy because nothing can stop the grind. The grind is unbreakable, guys. Peace!